channel, and today we got something super awesome to put on the X3. That is this RPM Power Sports 3-inch Desert Series race muffler. Guys, this is a full 3-inch exhaust. It's got a small muffler right here in the middle, and it's got some heavy duty clamps right here. The clamp mounts right onto your factory cage. I'll kind of give you a closer up view of it here. Fully TIG welded. There's an RPM logo on it. It's super nice, guys. It's got your dual O2 sensor ports if you need them. This exhaust is going to be super loud, guys, so if you're not looking for that, that's probably not something that you're going to be interested in. This is more for the guys that race and if you're out in the desert or whatever. Guys, if you haven't seen my previous video, I'm actually doing a giveaway on the exhaust I have on it right now, and I'll include the link to that video down in the description. And you want to make sure you're entered, guys, because I will be sending this pipe out to one of you. You got till February 28th until this pipe will be given away, and just want to make sure you're entered, guys. But with that being said, let's see what tools we need to get this Desert Series race pipe installed. Alright, guys, the tools that I used in this install is a impact driver with a T30 Torx bit, 13mm deep well socket, 13mm regular socket, a spring tool, a 10mm wrench, a 13mm wrench, a 6mm Allen, a pair of vice grips, a ratchet, crescent wrench, a pair of cutters or a utility knife just to cut the zip ties, and a one-way screwdriver. If you have a couple long extensions and a impact, will help you out with changing that bracket out. You'll see in the video. That's all the tools we're going to need, guys. So let's see what our first step is. All right, guys, first step here, you're going to come back to your springs on your exhaust, and yours may look a little different than what mine does. I actually have a muffler delete on already and the RPM E valve, so yours will probably look a little bit different than mine. But you come back to your springs here, and you're going to need your spring puller, and go ahead and take all your springs off. Next step here, guys, you're going to remove your bolts out of your muffler, and I have my rear valance took off already. If you don't have that took off, it's only 5 T30 Torx bits and the rear valance comes off. And you may have 4 bolts in your muffler if you have a stock one. Alright, guys, your next step, you're going to come back here to your V-band clamp and loosen your clamp up. Alright, next step here, guys, is you're going to take your muffler shield off, and I'm sure if you're going to be racing or whatever with this pipe, you're going to take this off anyways just for weight. But we'll go ahead and take these bolts out, and the pipe should come off. Make sure that we disconnect our O2 sensor. One thing you want to make sure you got, guys, is your gasket. It usually sticks on there. Sometimes you have to make sure that you got that. If not, you'll have an exhaust leak. Alright, guys, your next step is you're going to want to take your O2 sensor out of your old pipe or your stock mid pipe and place it over into your new pipe. Alright, guys, almost forgot before I put the exhaust on. RPM sends you a bracket, a new bracket. This is what it looks like here. And where this is a full 3-inch pipe, you have to replace your bracket or it won't line up with your turbo. So we'll go ahead and remove this cover, and there's 2 bolts in this, and we'll put this new bracket on. Alright guys, now it's time to put the pipe on. I got that bracket put on, and I couldn't film it because it was a little hard to get to. There's only 2 bolts in it, but they're pretty hard to get to. But I got it put on, and we'll go ahead and put the muffler on. Guys, we got this thing put on. It looks super awesome, and I love the way that cuts out right there at the back. Before we start this up and get it warm, as always, it's best to wipe your stainless steel stuff with a microfiber cloth. That way when it starts up and it gets warm, the fingerprints won't be burned into it. Also too guys, for those of you that's wondering how sturdy this is, guys, this thing ain't going nowhere. A lot of your Desert Series exhaust on the market, that's the main issue that guys have, is their exhaust is not braced well, and as you see, this thing is pretty sturdy. Let's start this thing up, let's hear what it sounds like. wrap for today's video. And as you can tell, this thing's super loud and sounds super awesome. This is going to be an exhaust for you guys that you're racing or whatever it may be that you do, but I just warn you, this is a super loud race exhaust. It's basically like an electric cutout all the time. If you think that you would want this exhaust, head on over to rpmsidebyside.com, and if you use code Norman at checkout, you'll save you 5%, guys, on this super awesome exhaust. Also too, the electric cutout that I took off of this, I will be giving it away on February 28th. I'll leave the link to that video down in the description below. Just make sure that you're entered to win that, if that's something that you want. And guys, if you got any questions about the install, something that I didn't show very well, feel free to comment down below. I'll try to answer any questions that you got. And guys, make sure you're subscribed to the channel, turn your post notifications on so you don't miss out on anything. And check me out on Instagram at It's Cameron Norman, and we'll catch you in the next one. Peace.